Hello everyone, Namaste. Welcome to my home, welcome to your home. I'm getting this incredible opportunity right now to welcome you through the screen into my home, as many of us yoga teachers are doing right at the moment. We've all been told to stay at home as much as possible. We're told to keep social distancing. So what better way to use all this technology that we have available for all of us and keep connecting. Keep the yoga practice alive, which is what we want to do. Yoga is a practice, and we will come onto the mat to keep training, to get stronger, keep that nervous system muscle, if you will, active, so that in all those situations that are going on out there in the world, that we can keep ourselves balanced, that we can find our center, and we can release all that amount of cortisol that may be coming into our bodies, or that amount of adrenaline, and keep informing our nervous system that we are actually safe. So let's do that. Today I have a gentle practice for us. We're going to slow down. We're going to be mostly on the floor. So if you have a bolster like this one or something similar, or just a cushion, a pillow from your bed or your couch, bring it here with you. And then we can also use a couple of blocks or books if you don't have blocks. We can also use a strap, and I don't have a blanket right here with me, but we can also use a blanket. Especially if it feels a little bit cold, you want some warmth into your body through the back, and also for support of the pelvis here. All right, so let's go ahead and bring the hands together. Take a moment in breath to begin and join all together for this practice today. So take a deep inhale through the nose, and then go ahead and exhale gently through the mouth. Just making sure it all comes out. You feel the release, you feel the softening, and surrender into this moment. Bring the tip of your hands to touch that space in between your eyebrows. Bring the hands back to the center of the heart. Go ahead and bring the chin back up. Open up your eyes when you're ready, and release your hands over to the sides. So we're going to start on our back, breathing, coming into the awareness of the body. So turn over onto the length of your mat and roll back down, or help yourself to come back onto your mat. As you begin to settle here, just start connecting your spine, each and every vertebrae onto the earth beneath us. And you can bring one hand over onto your belly and one hand to your heart, or keep your arms to the sides. Allow the shoulders and the armpits to start releasing, to start softening down towards the earth. Feel the pelvis as well getting heavier. And you start connecting, feel that sensation through your breath. Maybe you feel your tailbone touching the ground, the sacrum itself. And so we bring the awareness to the breath. And the breath as it is here now, just natural breath, we want to observe it. So you're in your body, it's your breath. We want to notice that inhale from the moment it touches the nostrils all the way into the nose, and how it reaches into the body. Notice that pause in between the inhale and the exhale, and then begin the exhale. Noticing how that exhale, where it turns around in your body and begins to take that journey out of the body until it dissolves out into the world again. And so stay with that for a few more moments. One breath at a time. No rush. No need to control the breath. And if you find your mind taking over, beginning to wander, and maybe rush you into something else, or take you back into something that just happened, or maybe just that tiny little practical thing where you may have to go and keep thinking about all the things that you need to do right after your class. Notice it. Sorry. Just notice it, observe it, and let yourself come back to the breath once again. Then gently begin to take a little bit deeper, more conscious breaths. And so what does deeper breath mean to you? Begin to observe that. What could that mean? Without forcing the breath, we observe it. That consciousness, that mindfulness of being aware in the moment allows that to happen on its own. So you maybe start to feel the expansion and the rise of the belly as we inhale. And then you start feeling the contraction, the softness, the release as you exhale. So continue that for a few more moments. Just imagine like a little ball growing as you inhale, and then becoming smaller and tinier as you exhale. Do that a few more times. If you feel like it, as you do that, you can bend your elbows so that you point your arms up towards the skies. And then follow the movement of your breath. As you exhale, you're going to kind of round your fingers, bringing the hands toward one another without touching. As you inhale, grow it. Pretend that you have like a beach ball in between your hands and you're watching it grow as you inhale. And then watch it deflate as you exhale. Couple of more times. Inhale. Exhale. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Let it all out. Release your arms back down. So we're going to bring the knees over towards the heart. Hold your right knee with your right hand and left knee with your left hand. Round your lower back lightly so that you kind of scoot yourself into your mat. With your knees holding here, begin to make a few circles. And so go all the range of movement that you may find here. Start stimulating the sides of your body. All the way over onto your glutes. I think it feels delicious. But check it out for yourself. A few rounds in this direction. And then go ahead and reverse, opposite direction. Maybe it feels a little bit different than the other side. Try to reach into all those places you couldn't or you were not aware of on the other side. And come back to center. Yes, feel the drop of the knees down towards the heart. The drop of the thighs closer to the navel. And then go ahead and stretch that left leg long. Push your bolster if it's on the way. And stretch your right leg up towards the skies. You may want to interlace the fingers behind your leg or just rest your arms over onto the sides. Let's take an inhale here. Point the toes. And on the exhale, bend the knee. And then point. And then come back to center. Both knees up. Bend the knees. Both feet down. Once again, there's also the feet down onto the ground. Going to go ahead and bring both hands behind the head, interlacing the fingers, or to wherever you feel the access to opening the elbows wide. So support your head here with your fingers, drop the shoulders down. And maybe we're going to walk the heels a little bit closer over towards the sitting bones. Expand that space in between each and every toe. And then begin to inhale as you arch your back, slightly scooching the tailbone up towards the upper back. And then go ahead and as you exhale, you're going to round your back. And the tailbone goes away from your back of the neck. And continue a few more times. Arch your back as much as you can so that there's lots and lots of space between your back and the ground beneath you. As you exhale, you're going to drop in each and every vertebrae down towards the earth so that there's actually then no more space between your back and your mat. Continue a few more times. Inhaling, you press the back of the shoulders very lightly down against the earth. And then exhale, go ahead and round. Keep the shoulders down for a few moments. Keep the elbows down. Making sure you're following your breath. A few more times. Inhale. Exhale. And we do it slow, there's no rush, so what we're trying is to slow down so that the nervous system starts perceiving, understanding that we are indeed safe. We're doing this together, and we're coming back to balance. Slowing down, that's why it allows the nervous system to really get a message of being okay. Now, this time go ahead and arch your back. Once again, just like before, and reach the chin higher up towards the skies. As you exhale, you're going to start rolling or turning the chin down towards the chest. And then go ahead and lift your head, bring your elbows towards one another. And as you begin to arch, you're going to roll back down, chin up towards the skies, elbows down. Go ahead and round, roll up, draw your elbows together. Continue a few more times. Notice the breath is still here with us. The breath is the real teacher here. As long as we can notice that we're still flowing with the breath, we continue the flow of the movement. Or if we begin to notice that we're kind of holding the breath, though still moving, just take a break. Make it back to your breath. All right, this last time, let's roll down. Bring the elbows down, and then release the spine. Bring both hands down, and stretch your legs long. Back to Shavasana. Take a moment here, and feel. Sensations are whatever may come up for you. Maybe the sensation is observing the breath. Or you notice that you're noticing an emotion or a physical feeling. Excellent. So once we have been here for a few moments, go ahead and open up your eyes. Going to bend the knees. And then reach the right arm long, open over the head. Inhale. Slowly on the exhale, let's go ahead and roll over to the right. The whole body over to your right. Support your head with your arm underneath your head. So let's press our way up onto a sit. Make yourself comfortable here. Maybe you want to sit on your bolster, on your block, or your blanket. So I'll take a bolster. And when we're sitting a little bit higher up than the knees, it gives a lot of stability for the pelvis. Especially for us that some of us tend to round the lower back a lot. And when we're sitting here for a long time, it may create instability, maybe even a little bit of a pain. It's just uncomfortable. And we really want to keep the body aligned and leveled as much as we can. Great. So feel yourself comfortable here. We're going to reach the arms up and over the head. Maybe the gaze follows, chin up towards the skies. And then go ahead and turn your palms out as you lower both hands down. Inhale, back up, turn the palms out, reach all the way up. Maybe the palms are going to touch, this time gaze up. Exhale, turn your palms out and come down. Couple more times, inhaling, arms up. Turn your palms out, exhale. Then one more time, inhale, arms up and over the head. Exhale, hands down. All right, let's go for a side twist. It's going to bring that left hand behind your back. And bring that right hand over to the outer side of your left leg. Inhale, lengthen the spine, still looking forward. And then on your exhale, slowly, we begin to turn, rotating, twisting over to the left. Follow, especially you. Notice how the rib cage is following with you. Forget so much about the shoulder so that we don't initiate the movement there. Then come to a point where you start feeling that rotation. Stay there for a few moments on in-breath. So maybe the chin is gonna reach a little bit over, extra, towards that left shoulder. Inhale, and listen, let's keep the torso where it is. With the exhale, we're gonna come back to center, right? Just the chin. Inhale again, open the collarbones, and then slowly make your way back forward. Oh, that's the fascia. Notice what you feel. Feel the breath. All right, now this time the right arm behind us. Left hand over to the outer side of your right leg. Inhale to lengthen the spine, get lots of space for the inhale. And on the exhale, then gently we begin to turn, rotating, twisting over towards the right. Begin to adjust and to adapt to this place, settling in. Inhale. And on your next exhale, have your chin, see how much further over toward, kind of go over towards that right shoulder. And begin to still expand the collarbones, aware of the lumbar. Try to find a place of softness. Eventually it comes. Inhale. Listen, keep the torso as is, and then slowly bring yourself, the chin, back towards the front. Yeah. So see what happens there. Inhale again. And with the exhale, let's bring the whole body back to center. I love this. We're into the deep tissue here, feeling the spirals of the body really extending and stretching. Very nice. Now reach the arms open over the head. And on the exhale, gonna push the sitting bones back first, hinge from your hips, start going forward, and then eventually the hands come down. Gently touch with the tip of the fingers to push ourselves slightly back. Feel the sitting bones, however they're following the pelvis, still helping us to ground down towards the earth. And you start finding your way down, releasing the head down. Make it a place of comfort, going inwards. Let's look up on the inhale. And then slowly make your way back up onto that upright sitting position. Right? So go ahead and we're going to remove the bolster or the block or the blanket that you may be sitting on. And reach over to the side. Come all the way up onto the knees. And turn over to the long side of your mat, moving on to a gate pose. Right? So in gate pose, we're on the shins. You can tuck your toes under if it feels more stable, or point your toes. Gonna step the right leg over to the right with the sole of the foot down if that's accessible to you, or just start adapting from here, your heel, giving you some sense of stability and leveling. Let's reach the left arm up and over the head on the inhale. And with the exhale, gonna bend over to the right. So feel how you lengthen that outer side of the body, so that you can have more space to go over to your side. Reach the gaze down if that's comfortable for you. And give yourself some time here through your breath, in kindness, gently. Observe where you feel some space opening up. And keep breathing. Inhale, bring yourself back up. Exhale, let's lower that left arm down. Bring your right leg in. Take that pause, and we'll go ahead and step the left foot over to the side. This side may be a little bit different, so just notice what feels different in your body, and from there start adapting to that sensation. Reaching the right arm up and over the head, inhale, and go ahead and exhale. Start noticing first the length, reach high up, and then go ahead and bend over to the side. And you can look down or towards the front. Just find a nice, comfortable place for the back of the neck. So we don't want to strain the neck. Usually, many times, that's what we end up doing because we're used to doing that. But when we're practicing yoga, let's soften, find a good place, still strengthening, but accessible. Come back up. Inhale. Exhale. Lower right arm down and bring your left leg back in. All right, so let's make our way over, back towards the front of the mat, onto a tabletop, right? Here, let's just feel how you can pull your navel in towards your lower back. Take a moment there and then lengthen the spine. Tuck the toes under. Gently push through your hands so the hips reach a little bit further behind the knees. Moving on to a puppy pose. So let's walk the hands forward, forward, forward. And then slowly, maybe the chest is going to reach down. And the chin or the forehead. Or you can also support yourself here. You can lower the forearms down or you can keep your arms floating. You can have your head down or your chin. Give it a few moments here. And start noticing the subtle changes of the body giving into this puppy pose. Look up that space in between your hands and begin to walk your hands back onto the tabletop. Beautiful. All right, so see if you have enough space to stretch your right leg back and up. Go ahead and stretch the right leg up and back, parallel to the earth to the best of your ability, and keep it here for a few moments. Then reach the left arm forward with your palm facing inwards. Inhale. And on your exhale, go ahead and round your back, draw the knee and the elbow toward one another. And then continue a few more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Alright, this next time, let's go ahead and stretch long. Hold it there, reach the right heel back, level your hips. And we're going to bring the left hand back down, the right knee back down. Pause there to feel that. Pull your navel in, lengthen the spine. Couple of breaths. And then go ahead and change sides, left leg up and back. Bring it there, feel that sensation through your inner eye of the leveling of your body. We reach the right arm up, inhale. And then on the exhale, draw your elbow and your knee toward one another. Inhaling, reach up and lengthen. Exhale, round, touch. Inhale. And exhale. Couple more times, inhale. Exhale. This next time, go ahead and hold it here. Again, noticing that navel all the way in, lengthen the spine. And then gently begin to lower right hand down, left knee down, and extend the child's pose. We're open the knees wide, drop your hips down onto your heels, and then go ahead and stretch your arms long. Forehead down. And see those few moments here. The breath, your inner sensations. What do you feel? What do you notice? Where do you feel space? And we're going to begin to walk the hands in toward the knees. Go ahead and bring your knees together. Tuck the toes under. Push against the ground and make your way up onto a forward fold. Begin with your knees bent a lot. See if the toes can touch or your feet are parallel to one another. Grasping the elbows here. Go ahead, you're doing great. So grasp your elbows and then begin to make horizontal or lengthening the 8 figures. A few times, let the head drop and then change direction. Take your time. Gonna release both hands down. onto the blocks, so you can bring your blocks with you and hands can be on the blocks. Always use your blocks and your props to bring the floor closer to you, right? So we can touch the ground or the shins, lengthen the spine, inhale, and exhale, forward, forward. Let it all go in. Inhaling, so you can lengthen the spine, look forward. Lots of space in between the vertebrae. As you exhale, come back down. Once again, just release everything. And then one more time, hands over onto the shins. Let's hold it here this time. Lengthen, push the shoulders away. And on the next time, we'll come ahead and slide the hands over onto the hips. Elbows come close to one another. Lengthen the spine. And on the next inhale, come all the way up to standing. Strong legs, grounding. All the way up onto a mountain pose. Very good. Your mountain pose. So toes may be touching or feet are parallel to one another. Find your grounding for yourself here. Start noticing the four corners of the soles of the feet, really connecting to the ground. And from the heels all the way up towards the crown of the head, there's this line of energy connecting us to the ground as much as to the energy pulling us up towards the skies. Take a few moments here, breathe it into your mountain, feeling that grounding. Very nice. Let's reach the arms all the way up and over the head. And as we exhale, go ahead and turn and twist over to your right and open your arms. So I don't have space right here behind me, but both arms are long. Right arm behind those, left arm towards the front. Inhale, back up. And same thing, begin to turn, twist over to the left. Right arm forward, right arm all the way behind. Left arm behind. Inhaling, back up. Let's do that a couple more times. Exhale, turn, twist from the upper body as much as you can. Lengthen. Inhale. And exhale over to the other side. Yes. Are you starting to feel how delicious it is? Everything starts to open up. And come back up. Inhale. Exhale, back to mountain. Exhale. So back in mountain, we're gonna open the legs wide. So come onto a wide-legged stance. And begin first with the feet parallel to one another. I hope you can see it from there. Maybe you can't. There's not much space for me here. So of course it's not going to be perfect, but we're going to get there within time. So feel that the opening, maybe it's like a leg with distance apart, or less or more. So open the arms wide to begin with. Going to turn the left toes over towards the left, right? And begin by bending your knee here. So we're going to bend that left knee, coming onto a warrior two. And something's going to happen with the back leg. We're going to try to adjust so that we can press the outer side of the back foot down against the earth. The palms for now are facing up. We're trying to soften the shoulders. If it works for you, go ahead and turn your palms down. Soften the elbows slightly, but open wide from the shoulder blades. Turn the gaze over to the right tip of the fingers. Taking a few moments there. Nicely done. Go ahead and inhale, straighten that left leg and bring your hands to the heart. Or to the opposite elbows. And then on the exhale, again, open. Inhale, back over. Heart. Exhale. You may bring your gaze over to the tip of the fingers. One more time, inhale. And then again, exhale, let it all out. Open it. Turn your gaze over, hold it for a few moments. And then slowly straighten that left knee. Turn your left toes in and lower both hands down. Yeah, notice how you're feeling here. You need to adjust and realign. We're going to turn the right toes over towards the front, that right side of the mat. Open the arms wide and then bend your right knee. And then begin to adjust here. Maybe you need more distance between your legs. We're going to bend that front knee almost to a 90 degree. It doesn't have to. Notice the expansion and the length through your left leg. Open the arms wide. Turn the palms up for a moment and feel the opening of the shoulders, that space in between the shoulders. Nicely done. If you'd like and it feels good for you now, turn your palms down and turn the gaze over towards the tip of your right fingers. Gonna do the same thing here. Inhale, straighten your front knee, and bring the hands to the heart. Feel the touch, feel the love given here, and go ahead again. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And one more time. Exhale. Hold it here for a few moments. Feel more and more how you're freeing your shoulders. You lower it, soften the top of the shoulders down. And then again, straighten that right knee. And then turn the right toes in. Lower both hands down. All right. So this time we're going to stay here on the wide-legged stand looking forward. Begin to feel the length of that center line of the body here, pressing the outer side of the feet. Yeah, let's bring the hands over onto the hips. Press the legs down lightly, lengthen the torso on your inhale. Connect lightly onto that, the hip flexors where we hinge. Inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to hinge from the hips. Lengthen the spine, go forward. Look forward, 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 and then begin going down once you get all the way back onto the parallel. Release the hands down. And inhale, take a moment to look forward, go halfway up. On the exhale, come back onto that forward fold and bend your knees. So allow yourself to bend the knees a lot, drop the crown of the head down. Again, on the inhale, straighten your legs, look forward, lengthen the spine. Let's do that one more time. Bend the knees, exhaling, head down, crown of the head down. And then this time, keep your head down and straighten your knees. You're going to keep your hands where they are, if you'd like, or go ahead and walk your hands through your legs. And trying to reach all the way as far back as you can get. So we're going to expand the shoulders here, widening the shoulder blades. Nicely done. Slowly walking the hands back under the shoulders if you're not already there. Lengthen your spine to look forward. And listen, on the exhale, slowly we're going to walk the hands back towards that left foot. Turn the left toes towards the front of your mat and lower your right knee down. Coming onto a low lunge. Right, so start to adjust here. Some of us may want to use a block if the floor seems to be far away for us to stay stable. Here the blocks are great. Bring the floor up to you. Nice. So as you feel your anchor in that right foot expanding, getting space and strength, release and reach the arms up and over the head. Yeah, and then on the exhale, bring the arms over onto a cactus pose. Inhale, shoulder blades together. And exhale, bring the arms together. Round your back, chin to chest. And we'll continue a couple of more times. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Elbows, palms touch. Beautiful. Let's keep the hands together in front of the heart this time on the inhale. And on the exhale, lower both hands back down. Yeah. Stuck your back toes under. I'm going to try and see if we can lift that back knee up or keep it down. You're either, if you stay down, just step the right knee back onto all fours. If you are lifting that back knee, same thing. We're going to step that right foot back. And then let's all, whether we're on all fours or plank-like pose, step the left foot forward. Lower the right knee down. Maybe in this case, I'm mirroring you, so it is the right foot that is forward. Right? I think it is. Okay, just check which one you started with before, but I'm quite sure now it is the right foot forward, so that's my mistake. And then stay here for a moment as you settle. Feel the bottom, yeah, feel out that, the four corners of your right foot forward. Gently, when you feel ready, go ahead and reach the arms up and over the head. And on your exhale, bring your arms onto a cactus. Inhale, shoulder blades come close together. And exhale, go ahead and bring your hands together, round. Inhale, open. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the hands together in front of the heart. Inhale. And with the exhale, we're going to lower both hands back down to the blocks or to the ground. Same thing, maybe you're going to lift your back knee to step back, or you're going to keep it down and step your right leg back. So either way, let's all meet on that, on all fours, right? So we're all going to lower both knees down and both hands are down. Yeah. So slowly we're going to walk the hands all the way back onto the knees. Lean over to the side. And then go ahead and stretch your legs long. So I'm just turning over towards the camera so you can see me. So we're back on the floor. Take a few moments on Dandasana. Arms over to the sides or to the back. So I have very long arms in relation to the length of my body. Long legs and long arms, but I'm not very tall. So sometimes I need to bend the elbows, right? Pull the navel in, pull your pelvic floor in and up, hold it there. And soften the gaze. Maybe the palms are touching or you prefer the tip of the fingers. Pull the navel in, pull the pelvic floor in and up. And then hold it here a few moments, soften the gaze. Maybe even you want to close your eyes. There you go. And then already from here, okay, begin to release slightly. Gonna bend the knees slightly and hug the legs right under the knees. Inhale, look up. And on your exhale, begin to come forward, forward, forward and down, releasing your head, releasing the gaze. Eventually the head's gonna make its way down. Eventually the legs are also going to lengthen. Notice the changes in the breath. You can release the arms over to the sides if that feels accessible. But still just connecting to that bending, right? We're trying to lengthen from the back, lower back, over towards the front. And we're trying to drop the pelvis, let the pelvis find its way down towards the earth. And then we'll begin by looking up with the inhale. Connect to your lower navel. Slowly make your way back up onto a sit. See if this is a place where you may need a blanket again to come a little bit higher up on your pelvis. Right? If you want to have a blanket or a towel, something that can support your pelvis very lightly. And once you get there, you can pause at any time. Of course, this is your home, this is your practice. That's the benefit. So you can't pause your teacher when she's live, but you can pause yourself here. Okay, with the arms over onto the side, let's go ahead and bend the right knee. We're going to cross the right foot over to the outer side of the left leg if that's accessible, otherwise keep it to the inner side. So once we get there, maybe, at least for me, it happens that I want my back to get there, but I want to come back to lengthen the spine. So hold on to that right knee, bring it back in with you, hug it for a moment, right arm behind us, lengthen on the inhale, and back to that twist we tried earlier before, this time with the left leg long. Now, if you'd like, at this time we're much more warmer, open. If you'd like, go ahead and try, if it's accessible, to hook the elbow to the other side of your leg. But most importantly, you want to connect them to the opening of the collarbones, shoulders soft, and lengthening the spine. Everything else is a bonus and it's fun to try, so we go to wherever we feel it's accessible. Inhale here. And then slowly on the exhale, slowly with mindfulness, notice the movement of the body to come back to its place. Yeah. Go ahead and uncross, stretch that right leg long, and then bend your left. Could be very different here, find your balance. Both sitting bones first down, cross over. Both sitting bones are still grounded. Hug your leg. Bring it lightly back to center. Left hand behind us. Lengthen on your inhale. Make it conscious. And slowly on the exhale, turn, twist. Just follow your gaze towards where that left rib cage is taking you, as much as the right rib cage. So it's the rotation of the body going with you. And so once you get there to that first stop, you're going to find out if you want to again hook the elbow to the outer side of your leg. Or just keep hugging. Connect to the breath. Inhale. And go ahead gently on the exhale. Make it back to center. Yeah, uncross here. Let's bend both knees. And I'm turning now over towards the back of my mat. So as we sit here, let's begin to make our way back down onto the back. So roll back down, one vertebrae at a time. And feel how you land. Yes. So we're going to do bridge pose. And so many options. We're going to start with the variation, the gentle variation, if you will. You can go ahead and take a block. And place the block right under your sacrum, so that flat area under your lower back, kind of the widest area of the lower back. Go ahead and place it right under. Place the block right under your sacrum. And feel that you land right there where you feel that flat sacrum supported. Now you check with yourself if that's enough height or you want a little bit more of a back bend, then you can turn on to the medium setting and still feel that support where you're really feeling the two hip bones that are connecting. You can also go even higher up, right? So it's all a question of choice. You can use one or two blocks here. And you can stay here. Now if you're not going to use a block or a bolster, it's a more active bridge. Keep your arms over onto the sides. The heels are lightly out. And then begin to become strong. So I like to begin by pressing the navel down. And then from there start lifting the hips up. So we want to keep the core strong. Push the thighs up towards the skies. And gently go ahead and go higher, higher. The chest higher up. Grasping the edges of your mat or interlacing fingers behind your back. So we're all in this together. Whether you're on your block or on this more active pose. Remember that we're all breathing the same air. So let's sense ourselves. Let's make sure we breathe in through the nose using that natural filter. And then make sure when we breathe out, and we just stay close just to ourselves. And then slowly release the arms. Lift your heels. If you're on your block, just stay there for a few more moments. We're going to stretch the arms up and over the head. If you're on your block, do the same. But then all of us not on blocks, we're going to roll our way down. And then if you're on your block, press through the soles of the feet so your hips go a little bit higher up so that you can remove your block. And then let's all bring both hands down. Bring the knees to touch and the feet go to the edges of your mat. And begin to windshield wiper your feet from side to side. Just kind of releasing that light back bend we were in. There you go. So bring yourself back to center. And then the feet come back to center. We're going to open the arms onto a cactus position. Lift the feet up. If you can go to a 90 degree, that's great. Otherwise, you decide we're going to be working a little bit more with the core. Yeah, press the pelvis down. Inhale. And then on the exhale, knees go over to the right. Come back to center, inhale. We're going to stay on the same side a few times. Over to your right on the exhale. Try to keep the knees together. Inhale back up. And exhale. Continue a few more times. See if both shoulders can stay grounded as much as you can. Exhale. And come back up. Yeah? Realign here and then change sides. Go over to the opposite side. To your left. Come back up. Inhale. And exhale. The chin may turn over to the opposite side. Inhale. And exhale. Continue on your breath. The higher the feet, the more the intensity. The lower the feet, the lower the intensity. So we all have different levels. Just acknowledge that it's okay. Right, let's come back to center. Nicely done. Okay, let's just use this to readjust. Happy baby, one last pose before we move into Shavasana. Bringing the knees to the heart. Open your legs wide. And then begin to the soles of the feet, the shin bones, perpendicular to the ceiling. And let's begin by holding the legs, kind of pressing the back of the legs down against the earth. So we can notice if the sacrum is connecting to the ground. We want to keep it there. That's kind of more the priority. Feel that. And if you know or you feel you have more space, you can go ahead and hook your peace fingers to the big toes or grasp to the outer side of your feet. And stay connected here. Begin to drop the shoulders and the armpits down towards the earth. And some of us love the rolling side to side. Go for it. A few times. Nice. Very nice, everyone. So thank you so far. We're going to go ahead and close our practice. So bring your legs together, lower both feet back down, and make ourselves ready for Shavasana. So in these even more stressful times that we're all adjusting to those big changes, Shavasana is, of course, the best place to go. We prepared our body, we prepared our mind. So now it's all about making our Shavasana comfortable, right? So it could be without any props at all. Legs long, arms long. Your shoulders away from the ears. And a little bit of a double chin, so you extend the back of your neck. And then we can also use the bolster. The bolster is a great addition to Shavasana. So you can place it all the way up, right by the glutes, under, and then stretch your legs long. Let your legs drop symmetrically over to the sides. And then begin to release again. And Shavasana is the deep relaxation. So this is a place where we finally allow ourselves to let go. It's not about doing. It's not even about doing so that we can feel better afterwards. It's just about here, right now. Nothing else. The gravity is helping us to just get heavier and heavier. And that allows us to let go more and more. So let yourself drop into that deep Shavasana. Let go of the breath. Let go of the tongue. Let it go heavy onto the floor of the mouth. And allow for a little bit of space between the teeth and the lips, so the jaw slowly starts kind of dropping down. No locking. No tension. And so please stay in your Shavasana as much as you want. going to let you stay in Shavasana. You could be here for 5 more minutes, for 10 more minutes. Just making sure once you're ready to step out of Shavasana, right? You begin really slow. So you begin to bring movement back to the body slowly and gently. Becoming aware once again of the sensation of the body. It's our body, ourselves within the body. And as movement keeps bringing more and more sensation back to the body, you stay with the awareness of the breath. So that you eventually are going to roll over to your side. Eventually come onto a sit and close your practice. Namaste.